dominant start in the 2024 Olympics by beating Japan 102-76. But according to the Olympics official website, Team USA's win over Japan only drew 13,040 fans, which was...
That's an absolute disgrace. I'm sorry. And forgive me for the words I'm about to use in this video because that is absolutely ridiculous. For us to have the lowest attendance in women's basketball is absolutely ridiculous. 13,000 people at the Olympics in Paris.
Was the lowest attended game among the opening 6 matchups in group play. The Serbia versus Puerto Rico game was the second worst attended game with 15,324 fans in attendance, while Spain and China had the largest crowd with 27,021 fans in the building. 4 of the 6 opening games drew over 20,000
doubled us
fans. This had some observers wondering if the presence of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese would have the stands packed for Team USA. Speaking to NBC's Mike Tirico, South Carolina.
Now, to answer that question, would Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have the stands packed? 100%. 100%. Yes, both of them, but we know Caitlin Clark for sure would have packed that thing out. We know that. Adding Angel is just the whipped cream on the pie. They probably would have did more numbers than some of these men games, to be honest. Because everybody on Twitter, X is blowing up about this. Nobody wants to watch it. They say it's boring. That the All-Star team already proved that they could, pretty much beat you guys. You guys, watching you guys play is literally boring. I'm sorry. I have to admit it. Not all of you, but the pace of the game is boring. There's no excitement. I'm not like, I gotta go live. The game. Let me find the game. Nope. But I get you if Caitlin Clark was playing or Angel Reese was playing, I'd be like, why do you think I'm doing the content I'm doing right now? And why do you think I'm not doing any Olympic content? So when you wonder why I'm doing all these reactions to the old games and this and that, it's because there's nothing else exciting right now in the WNBA or sports in general. I got a lot to say about the 3-on-3. Very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. I'll leave that for another video. But right now, women's basketball, it's frustrating me even more and more and more. The more that comes out and day by day goes on, and you guys are harping over beating Japan.
Carolina coach Dawn Staley said Clark's chances of making the team would have been a lot higher if she and her fellow committee members.
This was complete bullshit too.
Today,
how are you gonna pick somebody off their first couple games in the WNBA when she's coming off a long season in college? Just went from college, flew to Indiana, new apartment, get settled in, straight to games, 12 games straight, and then you're gonna not take her off that. But now, based on how she's playing now, you would consider her in the higher rankings of taking her on the team. She's the best point guard on your team. So I don't know what you're talking about. The pace, terrible. So if I'm Caitlin, I'm laughing right now at this. Because we know who the cash cow is. And isn't this about growing the women's basketball game, right? You got the best girls in the world, but nobody want to watch them.
Rather than several weeks ago. Look at this quote here.
Come on, man.
Caitlin Clark is just a rookie in the WNBA. Wasn't playing bad, but wasn't playing like she's playing now. If we had to do it all over again, the way that she's playing, she would be in really high consideration of making the team because she's playing head and shoulders above a lot of people. It's hard to argue the impact Clark has had on both ratings and attendance for the WNBA.
Yeah, the rating situation, that's undeniable. And if you want to keep denying, like you know, you're just not smart, then that's on you. But the numbers don't lie. The biggest games of the year have been with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever in town. 100%. So I don't care damn near if we move up two spots, one spot, but the lowest attendance rate, that can't fly. And we should be ashamed of ourselves and embarrassed as Team USA that this is even the case. I don't even care if you took Caitlyn and played her 1 minute. There would have been more people there for that 1 minute than there are now for whoever else is on that roster. Trust me when I say that. And the 13,000 people that went there, they probably didn't know Caitlyn Clark wasn't even there. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's lower than that the next game.
This is something that I've said, y'all. And to buffer my point, take a look at this full screen, please. Not only did this year's WNBA All-Star Game set a record with 3.4 million viewers, an increase of over 300% from the 2023 game, but the top 12 WNBA broadcasts this season have all been Fever games. Top 12. On top of that, the Fever lead the WNBA in attendance at...
Did you hear that? Top 12?
But the top 12 WNBA broadcasts this season have all been Fever games. Top 12. On top of that, the Fever lead the WNBA in attendance at over 16,000 fans per game. Over 4,000 more than the next closest team. So the next closest team, ladies and gentlemen, aren't even averaging 12,000 fans. But the Indiana Fever are averaging 16,000. The
Numbers don't lie. You got the Fever averaging 16,898 people at their games. Might as well just call that 17,000. And if the arena could fit 20, it'd probably be 20,000. Don't forget that. If the arena could be 25, it might be 25. If the arena could be 30, that bitch might be 30,000 people in that motherfucker every night. Okay? That's what the Fever. Okay? The other, which is the second in place from that, New York Liberty, 12,755 people. You can call it 13,000 if you want. Okay? How do you like justify not taking Caitlyn Clark? How? You got to be embarrassed. Like how? I can't even like it can't even process. We have the chance of a lifetime with the growth of the women's basketball game going into the 2024 Paris Olympics. And we got the cash cow in Caitlyn Clark, the #1 WNBA basketball player, when it comes to who we even know is right here. And then you also have Angel Reese right there. Now you could take them both. And now we have national media coverage. But we're going to be stuck up. We're going to continue to play slow. We're going to take people who don't even play, who haven't played one game, who played 2 games this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not for that at all. It's just frustrating me even more and more and more.
Game, although it's growing in popularity.
Like, I don't want to watch any of them girls on the Olympic team right now.
The competition is
Sorry.
competition. Nevertheless, for Team USA's game, rife with stars, expected to blow out their competition.
Yes.
They drew.
And this is what I wanted to say. No disrespect to the Team USA. I know you guys could ball, but sometimes you gotta take one for the team because you all want to get paid more, right? You all want a bigger contract, right? You're all signing with unrevived or unrevealed, right? Well, maybe you wouldn't have to if we didn't drop the ball on this, and maybe that media coverage, right? They probably would have blew up in the Paris Olympics. We had national coverage. Then they're like, oh, 2 million, that's not enough. 2 billion is not enough. This motherfucker, we need 10 billion on this shit. Let's blow this thing up before somebody else, Dubai or somebody, tries to come and start a league offering these girls $1 million contracts. So,
The worst crowd.
oh man,
Lowest attendance of the Olympics.
this is just.
Far be it for me to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Didn't I tell y'all?
The wipe of the mic is OC, Steven.
Where's everybody at now? It's about competition. It's about competition.
He acting like me. You acting petty. I like it.
How does it feel, Team USA?
He acting petty. Come on.
To have 6 games, 4 of them drew over 20,000. And the one that did it still drew 2,000 more than you. That means that outside of the 2,000 more than you, for the Puerto Rico game, I think it's Serbia, right? Outside of that, the other games drew more than 6,000 fans compared to you.
Damn.
How does it feel? See, we want to act like marketing and business don't play a role in all of this. Have you ever been to the Olympics? Do you know they'll remove you from events if they have a sponsorship deal with Coca-Cola and you drinking a Pepsi?
Oh.
I would know. I've been to 2 of them. I covered the Olympics in Sydney, Australia in 2000. I covered it in Athens.
That I didn't know, but I know they're very strict because the Olympics, they pay some big money for media time. Like Nike, that's why a lot of Nike players are there. Don't forget that. And Caitlin Clark's a Nike person. You got Kelsey Plum there under Under Armour. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
See, we want to act like marketing and business don't play a role in all of this. Have you ever been to the Olympics? Do you know they'll remove you from events?
This is the more important shit than what you guys actually know and think about basketball and professional sports. Right here, what he's about to say, getting into the money, advertisements, business, companies.
If they have a sponsorship deal
Marketing.
with Coca-Cola and you drinking a Pepsi. I would know. I've been to 2 of them. I covered the Olympics in Sydney, Australia in 2000. I covered it in Athens, Greece in 2004. I would know. I ain't been back since. Don't want to go back. I can't stand the Olympics. I'm not talking about the games. I'm not talking about the competition. I'm talking about the way the Olympics treats people, particularly the media. I can't stand it.
Ooh.
You have no rights. Everything's so restrictive because you're doing business with everybody and you're milking every penny for all it's worth, every chance you get. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That's why you should have had Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese because they are a draw. I never once said that Caitlin Clark should have been on the team ahead of the 12 people selected ahead of her because of basketball. I said marketing matters.
Yep.
In everything. Promotion matters in everything.
100%.
And you're not going to get around that. That is what I said. And you go over to Paris and Team USA, not Japan, not China, not Serbia.
Team USA, dog. Like, listen. We ain't Japan, bro. This is Team USA.
Not Puerto Rico. No. Oh, no. Team USA draws the lowest attendance. How's it feel? You care? Merits. Last time I checked, marketing and promotion is merits because people want to get paid. You think they're over there just to compete for Team USA and just to engage in patriotism? People are over there also to build their brands, to elevate their profile, so they can turn that into a marketable tool that can generate dollars for their coffers. We ain't fooling anybody here.
Nope.
That's what goes on. And it was
Now he's keeping it real. So don't let whatever he just said right there, don't let that go over your head. That's some real talk. A lot of you guys need to wake up. This has to do with business. This ain't about, and like I've been saying, Caitlin could go out there and play with them and look like the best player on the court, best point guard on the court. She can go play with them right now, for sure.
perfect opportunity
Come on,
for
man.
Team USA to do just that. But you didn't do it. Oh, Caitlin Clark, Dawn Stilly, the great Dawn Stilly, who I revere, by the way. But she was playing the way she's playing now. Well, wait a minute. You know she had the potential.
Yep.
You know playing
You act like you didn't see that all in college, like she didn't go crazy.
amongst other stars with her marksmanship.
Number
she
one
could have
draft
made big
pick.
things happen. With her passing ability, she could have made things happen. Then she would have drawn excitement and eyeballs, and people the world over would have been watching her, which would have
We would all been watching.
assisted in the elevation of the WNBA brand, which would have benefited everybody. But you didn't care.
I've never
Far
heard
be it
him
for
yell
you to
like
pay
that.
attention to all of that. And now Team USA.
That's real talk, though. You just lost the chance of a lifetime to grow the WNBA, grow viewership by 100%. There's no coming back from this. It's not like you're going to send her on a private jet. She's already practicing with the fever.
Is on the docket, drawing the lowest attendance of anybody in the Olympics. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to say it. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Team USA drawing the least amount of attendance? China and Serbia and Puerto Rico and them getting better ratings than you? Getting better attendance numbers than you? Really?
Terrible.
Really? Y'all something else, man. Told y'all. Caitlin Clark would have damn sure been on that team. And the more I saw Angel Reese playing the way that she was playing, and the way her
Put them both on there.
and Caitlin feed off of one another from a rating standpoint, she'd have been on the team too.
Put them both on there.
Because I would have saw the forest from the trees, and I would have said, they're marketable. More so, unfortunately.
Who on the Team USA is more marketable than these two? Who? Who do we talk about more than Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese? Who? Between us, between me and you, my community, who do we talk to most about? We talk about Angel and we talk about Caitlin Clark. Shit, and anybody surrounded on their team. Aaliyah Boston, Shanity Carter, Mabry, which is on the the Suns now, Kelsey Mitchell, Nilissa Smith, our girls. Cordoso, Doso, you know what I'm saying? Our shorties. We don't really talk about, we bring up the Plum, we bring up the Asia, Tarasi, here and there, Enrique. We ain't talking about them like them. Come on, bro. And y'all don't care. I've tried. I posted, y'all don't care. Literally do not give a damn. Trust me. I do this every day. I am a YouTuber. I do content all day long. Just so you know, just because you see me here, I do it everywhere. Nobody cares unless it's about Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark. And now Enrique after the All-Star game. Trust me.
Everybody else.
That doesn't mean that these girls aren't good. There's a difference between being good and then just, like, you know what I'm saying? Being that one. These two are those ones.
Right now, I'm going to milk that. How do you think the NBA became popular, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh,
You think
I can tell you right now, they took two of the biggest stars and made them popular.
at the time that Magic Johnson and Larry Bird
Come on,
first
man.
came into the league that they were the two best players? They weren't the two best players instantly. But the NBA, from Larry O'Brien and Commissioner David Stern and others, saw what was happening right before their very eyes.
Thank you.
And marketed the hell out of them.
Thank you. Talk
To the
him.
point where they were competing against one another in commercials for Converse
Talk to him.
and McDonald's.
McDonald's was
And look at what the
mainly
NBA became. Even when Jordan was ascending and the league clearly saw that that was the dude, and Nike was marketing the living hell out of Michael Jordan. I want to be like Mike. It was still Bird and Magic. Even with Kareem as a teammate, and James Worthy as a teammate, and Byron Scott as a teammate, and Kevin McHale, and
Byron
Robert
Scott.
Parrish, and Danny Ainge, and Dennis Johnson, and Gerald Henderson, and Cedric Maxwell, Cornbread Maxwell.
That's how you know Stephen A is an OG, because he lost me after that last. I don't know who none of these. He called somebody Cornbread Johnson. I don't know who these people are.
And ML Khan, all that. It was still Bird and Magic. Why? Because that's how you built the profile of the damn sport. The NBA had that foresight. The sneaker companies and everybody else had that foresight.
Yep.
And now the NBA just finished doing a deal for 11 years and $77 billion.
$77 billion is OC compared to $2 billion when you think about it.
Marketing matters. Promotion matters.
That's a
Y'all want to see
big
more
difference.
And now look, lowest attendance amongst the teams. Everybody had better numbers, attendance-wise,
Everybody.
than Team USA.
Everybody.
That's just embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
That's just embarrassing. Ain't the girls' fault. Ain't the players' fault. The committee who selected that roster and left Caitlin Clark off. And yes, Angel.
And they knew what they were doing. we gonna stop his show right there, but they knew what they were doing. They were all in that room on the board. They knew damn well Caitlin Clark should have been on that roster, and they knew what they were doing. That is a damn shame, bro. They knew Caitlin Clark belonged on that roster. And they sat up there and picked Chelsea Gray after an injury, who's hobbling up and down the court. They picked two girls who didn't play this year. You picked the Under Armour girl. Yeah, they knew. And they're regretting it because now that viewership, who cares about the win? What he just said when it comes to marketing and this and that. Oh, you guys, you want this deal, but you have the lowest attendance at the Paris Olympics? And you're Team USA? Oh, but you want us to send that wire for how much? Oh, we're paying how much media coverage for Nike? What? You don't got our star out there? You don't got Caitlin Clark out there? You got an Under Armour player? How much are we paying you? What? No. Cut that contract right now. I'm telling you. This shit's more than what you guys think, man. I'm going to leave it right there, bro. It's your boy, ceokana, man. If you have not, make sure you guys smash the subscribe button. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me, man. I got more content on the way. If you have not, check out my other channels. You guys can find me everywhere. Catch you guys on the next one. And we out.